What up, Heart Squad? Welcome to another episode of Guess That Grade, where I'm gonna be showcasing some incredibly rare Pokemon cards. We are going to predict the grades of what condition they're gonna be in. We are going to take them to a grading service in the same video, show the results of the grades for the cards, and hopefully we get them right. It's a fun series that I've been doing on this channel for a while now, and I will be doing this series bi-weekly as well. So if you enjoy Guess That Grade, please leave a like on the video and be sure to subscribe to the community for the first card that I'm gonna show you today. It is that first edition base set Charizard. No, not my missing English one, but the Chinese one we pulled this past weekend. If you want to check out that video, you know where it's gonna be, in the eye. But let us move on to the first card. Here it is in all its splendor. Seriously, this thing is magnificent looking. Yes, it's written in a different language, but that's okay. We can recognize Mitsuhiro Arida's incredible illustration of Charizard, and let us predict, and I must be very, very careful with this one, but that being said, I can already tell you, if you haven't seen it already in what I said in the video, the centering from left to right on the card is incredibly off. So for the centering, I would say that's going to get a 8.5 or 9 because they grade it in 4 different ways. The corners, the edges, the surface, and did I say centering? Because that's one of the biggest ones. And of course, they're from right to left, as I have something on my finger. It is off center, so centering's probably gonna get an 8.5, maybe hopefully a 9. Surface, as a glancing far away look, it looks completely fine. However, I did notice this little speck right there. There is, let me get closer for y'all so we can all cry together if it's not gonna get in focus. Well, it's not really one, there we go. Okay, so right there, as I just caused it to go from a Beckett 10 to 9, just kidding. There's a little speck right there. I don't think I can get that off, as this is basically the first time I'm taking this out of the sleeve for y'all to look at. There may be a few. Let's get a little bit closer here for this one, since this is the biggest one. Like, I'm not sure if this is on the cardwork, like the artwork itself, or there is some print lines, but I think it looks fine. Like, you can kind of see it glisten right over here, but that may just be how the artwork is. Otherwise, on the top, actually, I should go back on the back. There is a little bit of whitening at the top, but it's very, very not too noticeable. But for grading purposes, and we will be going with Beckett today as the usual, honestly, I'm gonna say this gets a optimistic Beckett 9. There are no Beckett 10s in Pristine. There are no Beckett, that's Gold Label. There's no Beckett Black Label in this card. So getting this even in a 9 would still be a massive accomplishment, especially considering we pulled it with these own hands of ours. So for a first edition Chinese base set Charizard, my prediction is a BGS or Beckett 9. Hopefully we somehow get a Beckett 9.5, but not with that centering on it, which was very unfortunate. But still, place your predictions for this one. The next one, it's a familiar face as well. A first edition Blastoise that I also pulled this past weekend. Let's carefully take this out of the packaging. Take a look. Centering for this one and the Venusaur that you'll be seeing shortly are all the same. Bad centering. For this one, I don't see anything wrong with the surface or print lines or anything on the front. Let's take a look at the back. There may be just a tad bit whitening at the top. Let's see if we can get just you can kind of see a little bit of a speck. Otherwise, maybe a little bit of a speck down here of whitening. There's also a speck down there. That's okay. So the thing is, guys, What makes these cards not only so rare is the limited quantities that they were printed in Chinese in the year 2000, but the fact that the holographics were located at the back of a pack. And whenever they move around in the box and stuff, and you saw the box that I opened up, it wasn't in the best condition. That's what's so difficult, is the holos aren't in between cards to protect it. They are at the back of the pack, which means lots of scratches in edgeware like you see. Well, this is actually still in magnificent condition. And I'm safe to say, I am easily predicting for this first edition Blastoise a Beckett 9. However, you know me, I like to be very optimistic. And this card may come down to the centering of it between a Beckett 9 and a 9.5, but I'm gonna say confidently for my prediction for this first edition Blastoise Chinese holographic card, a Beckett or BGS 9. Next up, and it may just make them all look beautiful if they come in that silver label of a Beckett 9, we have Venusaur, and once again the centering, as you can see right off the bat, is the same. I don't see anything wrong with the surface, no print lines, it does look beautiful, I can't believe we pulled it. As far as whitening goes, let's get a closer look. Right over here, there's a little bit of whitening. Taking a look at that side, a little bit of whitening on that side, no edge wear. And these look maybe a little bit of a speck down there. Otherwise, this one looks like it may be in the best condition out of all of them. But that being said, even all three of these, which they do look beautiful, all three of them together, and they will look even more beautiful in that Beckett slab. All my predictions for the Venusaur and Oldhim are a Beckett or a BGS 9. Hopefully, y'all make your own predictions. Feel free to be optimistic. Look at the holofoil pattern in the background. Definitely reminds me of the Cosmos foil Machamp that we got graded by Beckett. But there we go. Pulled all of those. Now we're going to get them graded. Next up, more cards that we pulled. A reverse rare Mewtwo Expedition holo that we pulled about 2 weeks ago. Taking a look at this card, I don't see any whitening edgeware, scratches, print lines for the front. Of course, this was from Expedition, so the sides of the cards are a bit different. Centering wise, it looks perfect, as different as the card looks on that side. Absolute flawless centering on the front. And there may be a little speck at the top, but that may be able to come off. I think it may have come off. That's what's so fun about it. Guys, this one, I'm going to be optimistic and say a Beckett Pristine 10 for the Mewtwo Reverse Rare. I don't know off the top of my head if there is one in existence right now. Obviously for the second part, which will be later on this video, we're going to find out the grade. So future Leonhart will love it once we find out. But my prediction for a Reverse Rare Mewtwo is going to be a Beckett or BGS Pristine 10. Not the black label, the gold label, but still will be an amazing accomplishment if we can pull it. There is a holographic of Mewtwo in the set, but I can only do what we pulled for the most part. So, and it's cooler that we pulled all of these, including this, the reverse rare Charizard from that Expedition opening. This one is worth like over $100 ungraded, and obviously I will put the values of all the cards and what they prospectively could be later on in this video. Let's take a look at this one. No print lines, no scratches. Centering looks phenomenal, so that's good. Centering is once again flawless on the back for this one. Oh, there's a little white speck right there, but it brushed off. You gotta watch out with the dust for these. Is there a little something? Oh no! Look at that. Wait, it needs to get in focus for y'all. There we go. You can see it right off the bat. There's a little white speck right there. I don't think it comes off or anything. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's so unfortunate. That one little white speck could be the difference in this getting a Beckett Pristine 10, but I'm still gonna be Oh, it's so difficult. I want to be optimistic. You only need 3 10s, right? So I'm gonna optimistically say Beckett 10 pristine gold label for the reverse rare Charizard and the Mewtwo. And I think, my friends, it's time to go to Beckett.
12 seconds later.
And just like that, several days have passed, and in this box lies the Charizard, Venusaur, and Blastoise, potentially worth tens of thousands of dollars pending the grade. So we went to Beckett. It took a while to get them graded, but finally, even though to y'all it was just like that, snaps, they are here, and here is the box, and I'm very excited about this, especially for finding out the grades of the big 3, not to mention the Expedition Reverse Holographic. So, to get right into it, I'm going to open it like this, and I'm gonna do my best to protect so we don't see, okay? Other than just go like this, awkwardly. We're gonna go like this, boom. Okay, so this is the Reverse Holographic Mewtwo from Expedition. Now, I believe my prediction was it a Beckett 9.5 or a Beckett 10? I think it was, maybe I was trying to be optimistic and I said a Beckett 10, but I don't know. There goes the show. Just how long it's been. So let's just say my prediction was a Beckett 9.5. Here we go, are you ready? A Beckett 9.5 for the Reverse Holographic Mewtwo. Wow, look at that. Just like how I predicted, it has a 10 for the centering. Corners, as I believe I did say something about the corners, even though I was trying to be optimistic, I probably still gave it a 9.5. Those came back a 9. Whether those actually be a 9 or 9.5, we will take a quick look. Surface and the edges were both 9.5s. Staying this close, I didn't see anything wrong with the surface for at least this card. Let's take a look. Now, that white dot right there is not part of the card. That's on the actual, inside the sleeve, which is very unfortunate, but taking a closer look, you'll see that it's really not on the card, thankfully, unless they did that, but they didn't. So centering does look fantastic for this card. Sorry if it was out of focus. Yeah, there's a little whitening on the corner there, a little whitening on the corner there and corners. So I would agree. So Beckett, I do agree with you for this. Mewtwo, sorry for out of focus. Prices for this one are probably around $300 to $400. So a very, very nice win for the first card. As always, let me know in the comment section below if you got the same grade or not. Let's see what this one. It's the Zard, but the Expedition Reverse Holographic one. For this one, I think was I being even more optimistic for this one, giving it the 10? If not, we'll just go ahead with the safe prediction of 9.5. And it's a 9.5. Did we get the exact same? We did. We got the exact same subgrades for every single one. Corners, 9. Centering was the perfect 10 as I predicted. Edges and the surface were both 9.5s. Taking a closer look, very nice. Take a look at that surface. Don't see anything wrong with the surface. However, looking at it with the little scope thing that you look at jewels with or diamonds, and it's probably what they do. And taking a look, yep. Corners do look like they're actually a bit better than the Mewtwo. But then again, even if that was a 9.5, that really wouldn't have made a difference. I think I was trying to go for the Beckett Optimistic Beckett Pristine 10, if I do remember correctly. Which is a little unfortunate, but the centering, which is the most important thing, did come back a 10, so that is actually fantastic. So price-wise for this one is around $400 to $500 for the reverse rare that we both pulled, both of these. So let me know your predictions and the results for those. Now I'm guessing we're into the big 3. Go like this so we don't take a look. Let's check out this one those almost fell out. Venusaur. So now we're on to the great stuff. All right, so let's see. For the Venusaur, and I believe for all of them, I predicted a silver label BGS 9. And I thought the Venusaur was the best condition out of all of them. So let's take a look. A Beckett 9! Look at that. Does that not look incredibly beautiful in that slab? Regardless if it's gold or silver, getting it in this condition, especially pulling it wise, why is the centering an 8.5? Actually, just kidding. Fold, yeah, that's actually exactly. I said the centering was probably an 8.5, being a little optimistic 9, but seriously, so for this one, that deserves that centering score, but the rest of them, sorry, I keep on going out of in focus. 9 for the corners, edges, and the surface were fantastic, 9.5s, which gave it that beautiful mint silver label 9 instead of that other bad label 8 or 0.5 or whatever it is. There's the back of it. These are going for well over $2,000 for these types. As far as population goes, and I'm sorry I forgot to mention them for both of these. So populations, if this came back to 9.5, and it did, I believe this is the only reverse holographic Mewtwo 9.5 in the entire world. There's no other ones other than this one, which is pretty cool. This one, I actually don't really remember. There may be like one more of these. If not, maybe the only one. For this Beckett 9, it'll probably just be on the screen at this point, but that's fantastic. There's not a lot of these guys of all these cards that you're seeing today that were graded, especially whether it be in any type of grading company. The Chinese first edition holographics, there is not a lot of those. So I am so ecstatic that this first one got that grade. Next up, let's see what it shall be. And Blastoise, okay. I think it was the Blastoise. This one was also a Beckett 9. Now, if it comes back a 10, by all means, which it probably won't, I think it was around $10,000 at least. Beckett 9s were around $3,000 to $4,000. Sorry, PSA 9s are around that range for both companies, and PSA 8s were around $2,000. Beckett 9, and looks like it has the same grades, and unfortunately, let's take a look. We needed to grade Beckett on their grading labels because the 8.5 is coming off right there. The 5 is already coming off on that, so I'd give that a solid 7. No, but really, I'm so happy about the grade for the first edition Blastoise. Now worth around the $3,000 mark, and it is just like the Venusaur. The exact same grades, which brings me to the final card being that first edition Charizard, which is the all-important final best card from the box that we pulled. And I think it's going to be a 9. We'll see if it comes back a 9. It is worth around $10,000. The 10 is around $25,000 at least. And the 8 is around, I don't exactly remember at this point, but a lot of Benjamin Franklins. So, will we get a 9 or will we get that 8.5 for the Zard? Here it is. Place your calls. A Beckett 9 for the Charizard, and oh my goodness! This one is a true 9. There is 999 Novinskis all around. That makes it even better than the Venusaur and Blastoise. I can't believe that. So they are saying the centering on this Zard is better. Oh my gosh. You know what? Look, it looks like this is a bit thinner on the Venusaur compared to the Charizard one, which would, I guess, gave it that 0.5 and bumped it up to all true 9s, which is now making this card worth over $10,000. That is fantastic. You can definitely tell on this one. The line on this side, because that's where it's thinner on this side compared to the rest of the cards, is thinner on this one than it is that one, which is awesome because this would be the card I would want it to be all 9s all around. That being said, I do want to mention the edges and the surface on this one are 9.5s and these are just 9s. But I gotta say, it really does look beautiful having these all in that silver Beckett Mint 9. And to add these to the collection of my attempt of pulling a first edition base set Charizard in every single language, it continues and it was successful so far. Definitely let me know your favorite card from today's video and let me know your results as well. But in the meantime, leave a like if you enjoyed, guess that grade, and for now, click on those videos, you will enjoy them. My name is Leonhart, stay awesome, stay positive, and as always, I will see y'all in the next video.